When a man raises your legs in bed, it isn't just a movement. It isn't just another position. It isn't even just about pleasure. It is about what it awakens between you. The dance of power and surrender, the collision of vulnerability and strength, the merging of trust and desire. It is about a man showing you that he wants to explore every part of you, to see you in ways you've never been seen, to take you to heights you never thought you could reach. And it's about you allowing him, meeting him in that moment with a willingness that says, I am here. I am yours. I am open. That is why men love it so deeply. Not because of the mechanics, not because of the angle, not even because of the view, though that too has its magic. They love it because in that gesture lies everything intimacy was ever meant to be: raw, real, consuming, unforgettable. When you think about intimacy, it's never really about the act itself, is it? It's about the little moments, the gestures, the things that say without words, I want you, I see you, I claim this moment with you. And one of those gestures, so simple yet so layered, is the act of raising a woman's legs in bed. Now, you might think it's just about the physical mechanics, the positions, the angles, the pleasure points, but it's so much more than that. It's a language all on its own. A man doesn't raise your legs simply because he can. He does it because it communicates something deeper about his desire, about his dominance, about the intimacy he's weaving with you in that moment. When his hands slide under the back of your thighs, when he lifts, when he positions, there is a whole dialogue happening that doesn't require speech. It's his way of saying, I want to take you somewhere you haven't been. It's a subtle declaration of control and vulnerability at the same time. And let's not miss the fact that men, in their own primal way, are visual creatures. They adore the sight of a woman's body, the curves, the openness, the invitation. Raising your legs heightens that view, its art and desire combined. A masterpiece unfolding before their eyes. To him, you are the painting, the performance, and the prize Al-Anon. But let's dive deeper. Why do men love it so much? Why is it that over and over again this gesture finds its way into the intimate choreography between lovers? Part of the answer lies in instinct. You see, intimacy has always carried traces of nature in it. The instinct to dominate, the instinct to provide, to protect, and yes, to pursue pleasure. When a man raises your legs, he is enacting an ancient ritual written into his biology, positioning himself not only for physical satisfaction, but for a psychological one. There's a rush of adrenaline, a surge of testosterone, a primal thrill that whispers, this is mine. And yet the beauty of it is that it doesn't feel one-sided, because in that very act, the woman feels something too. Release, permission, surrender that says, I trust you with my body. I trust you with this moment. And trust me, men feel that trust. They crave it. They live for it. Because as much as we talk about men and their need for power, what really intoxicates them is a woman's willingness to let go in their presence. Raising your legs becomes a symbol, a sign that you are not resisting, that you are opening up literally and figuratively to what he brings, And that's where the connection deepens. For him, it isn't just about physical access. It's about emotional access. It's about the affirmation that you are right there with him, that you're not holding back, that you are fully engaged in this shared vulnerability. Now, picture the rhythm of it. The way the room changes when that happens. Your breathing quickens, his eyes darken, your heart races, his grip tightens. Everything in that instant is magnified. And men, they thrive on that. They thrive on the knowledge that they can move you, shape you, guide you into new sensations. It's not just passion, it's artistry. It's his canvas, and your body is the brushstroke. And when he raises those legs, he's not just painting with desire. He's sculpting an experience you'll both remember. What makes it even more compelling is the psychological layering beneath it. Men love to feel in charge, but not in a crude, selfish way. In the tender yet assertive act of lifting, positioning, and holding, they experience a duality, power, and responsibility. They feel powerful because they are guiding the encounter, yet responsible because you've placed your trust in them. That balance is electrifying. It keeps the experience from being merely physical. It turns it into something far more profound. And let's not forget the visual spectacle, because, let's be honest, men are drawn to what they see. The sight of your body, elevated, exposed, inviting, is a feast for their senses. It's the kind of view that lingers in their memory, that plays back in their mind long after the moment has passed. That sight fuels their desire, their passion, and even their tenderness. Because make no mistake, as primal as it may seem, there is always tenderness wrapped inside. The lifting of your legs is not done in brutality, but in intimacy, in closeness, in a shared rhythm that binds you. And here's something people rarely talk about. Men love the soundscape of it all. They love the way your breath changes, the way your voice trembles, the little sounds that escape you without permission. Raising your legs often amplifies that, intensifies. It brings out sounds you didn't even know you had. They drink it in like music because to them your sounds are the confirmation, the proof, the applause that they're doing exactly what they should. But perhaps the greatest reason men love raising your legs in bed is because it encapsulates everything intimacy is supposed to be. Passion, vulnerability, trust, dominance, surrender, beauty, and connect. It is one gesture that carries within it 1,000 messages, messages of desire, of devotion, of urgency, of art. It is his way of saying without words, I want all of you and I want you to feel all of me. And when you look closer, you realize that raising your legs in bed is not just a man's indulgence. It's also a woman's liberation. Because in that very moment, something shifts inside of you. You feel the stretch, the openness, the sheer vulnerability of it all. It's a position that leaves little room for defense. And yet, strangely, you don't feel weak. You feel powerful. You feel desired. You feel like the center of his world. And that, my dear, is where the magic lies. Because intimacy is never just about what one person gives. It's about what both receive. Think about it. When your legs are lifted, you're no longer in control of how you are positioned. And yet, the paradox is that you are in absolute control of how he feels. Every sound you make, every shiver that runs down your body, every arch of your back sends him spiraling deeper into his own desire. For men love raising your legs not just because of what it does for them physically, but because of what it pulls out of you emotionally. They are intoxicated by the way your body speaks when words fail you. They want to see you lose yourself in the moment. To watch you shed the layers of composure you carry in your daily life until all that is left is the raw, unfiltered woman who meets them at the edge of passion. And you know what else? Men are deeply fascinated by how that act creates unity. It sounds simple, almost ordinary. Legs lifted, bodies moving but beneath the surface. It is synchronization. Two bodies breathing together, colliding together, yielding to each other in perfect time. It's a rhythm that transcends the physical and spills over into the emotional, almost spiritual dimension of intimacy. Because when he raises your legs, it's not just about motion, it's about merging. Two souls pressing into one another, two desires becoming indistinguishable, two worlds colliding in fire and tenderness all at once. There's also the undeniable psychology of conquest at play. Men are hunters by nature, drawn to the thrill of pursuit and the satisfaction of arrival. Raising your legs feeds into that instinct, giving him the sensation of having won, of having claimed not just your body, but your trust. And yet, here's where the beauty of balance comes in. You are not merely a prize he has conquered. You are a queen granting him access to your throne. That's the duality of intimacy. The hunter who conquers and the queen who permits. Both roles exist at once. And when he raises your legs, both roles come alive in a dance that neither of you can choreograph in advance. But let's not overlook the sheer artistry of vulnerability. Men are not as detached as society paints them to be. In those moments, they are just as exposed as you are, because with every lift of your leg, with every adjustment of your body, he is revealing something to his longing, his urgency, his hunger to see you unravel in his hands. It is not just about his dominance, but about his need to be received, to be accepted in his rawest form. And that is why this simple act carries such weight, because it strips away the performance of intimacy and leaves behind the truth of it. And here's where it gets even more profound. Raising your legs is an act that blurs the line between pleasure and devotion. On the surface, yes, it amplifies sensation, intensifies the experience, makes everything more consuming. But beneath that, it communicates care. It says, I want to give you more. I want to reach you deeper. I want to give my best, my fullest, my most passionate self to you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is devotion. That is intimacy beyond the surface, intimacy that leaves imprints not only on the body, but on the heart. So when you ask why men love it, understand that it is not a shallow preference. It is not just lust dressed up as a position. It is the collision of instinct and intimacy, desire and devotion, power and vulnerability. It is the theater of passion where both actors are giving their all, where every movement carries meaning, and where the stage is lit not by lights, but by the fire in their eyes. And that is why men return to it again and again, because it's never the same twice. Each time carries a new intensity, a new rhythm, a new story. Each time it leaves behind memories etched into the skin, into the mind, into the very soul. Men love raising your legs in bed because it is not simply an act. It is an experience, an affirmation, a declaration, an affirmation. And in that experience lies everything that keeps the flame of